Megastorage-tastic. Let's crack on. Hello and welcome to another MrBetaByte video, and this one's a little bit different insofar as we're looking at a Sony CDP-CX235. It's a Megastorage CD unit, can store up to 200 CDs, also supports CD text, which we'll check as we have a play with this. Not going to go too much into the backstory at this stage, we'll do that when we load the CDs in. But one thing this has, it didn't come with any CDs, it still has the library, so I've got the remote control here. So if we try another disc, so going to David Gray, of course it's not in there, you'll see it has a full database of discs, and it will actually, once it realizes the discs aren't there, it clears knows the discs aren't there, but the database is still there. So I need to clear that database. So if we turn it off, put it standby, then press clear and standby, all arrays, and it should so they're all clear. There we go. So that's now cleared the database. So I think what I'll do now is I will load this up. I have numerous discs, probably about 45 discs there, so I'm not going to put 200 in there, but just to see how it performs. Okay, so let's load this up. Open, close. See, I could do with giving this a bit of a polish, but that'll happen. And when you're putting the CDs in, it's with the label facing to the right. So yeah, I shall carry on and do that and fill you in while I'm doing it on the backstory. So I bought this unit about 2 years ago on eBay with the bright idea of consolidating my CD collection, putting all the CDs, or my favourite CDs, into this, and then putting the actual cases in storage. Save lots of space, super convenient having this, absolutely brilliant. Paid quite a bit for this, I can't remember exactly how much, but it was quite a bit. Has the remote, has the instruction book, which is great. Got it here. Tested it, working absolutely fine. There was nothing ever wrong with this. Went to put it in my cabinet and it didn't fit. It was just literally a few millimeters too tall. And I thought, oh, okay, well, maybe I could reorganize. But in the end, I just decided, you know what, I do actually like the Sony single CD units that I already have. What's more, it's actually really good for copying CDs to cassettes, because I do that occasionally. And so yeah, I just thought I'm going to put this to one side and decide what I'm going to do with it. And it's now come to the point where I'm running out of space and I'm going to sell it. So I just thought it'd be really cool just to have a look at it. I need to clean the lens on it anyway. And take the top off and just see how it all works. So yeah, let's crack on. So that was literally 45 discs. There's a little mark there showing which disc is where. So it's actually 44 discs on that spindle. It's a pretty good guess, plus the one that I'd already just burnt. Now the one I've burnt is music from the YouTube music library, and I actually burnt that onto a fairly well, it's a generic CD at times 46, so it's really quick. Entered CD text as well, so let's just get back. Well, let's just press play first of all and get to disc 1. So this is now playing disc 1, which is the one I burnt at 48 times, and CD text. You see that's working well. It's a fairly generic CD that I used, and it's picking up the text no problem at all. So let's try let's just try a random disc. Let's try disc 10. Just see if that has any CD text on it. Don't know what the disc will be. No idea. It's a bit of a weird title.
Words and phrases to you.
Let's just say something in Welsh. Okay, let's try disc 12. That's great. I mean, it's picking up the all the CD text. Let's pause that because probably get copyright. Hits. So let's just try another random disc. So there is the thing. I mean, you can manually input text. You can see on there you've got 3 characters per button. So you can manually program it with the titles on the discs. I don't know whether... So that one hasn't got any CD text on it. So you could then put that in. It is a faff. The sort of higher versions, more advanced versions of these units did actually, some had a keyboard input or full remote control. So again, I don't think this has CD text. So again, you'd have to put that on. What's quite cool in the instructions as well is I did actually find this. Which is the sort of top of the range version of this. And this does actually have open it. This does actually have the remote, text input, keyboard input, CD text, full CD text. So much more advanced, and this is a CDP-CX260. So this is the CX235, and the 260 is the more advanced version of it. Interesting that that was actually in the manual, sort of something to aspire to, I suppose. But yeah, it's really, I mean, it's a great unit, and I've nowhere near demonstrated everything that it can do, but I hope that gives you a bit of a rough idea of how it works. I mean, it's just so cool. So I think the next thing is I'll take the top off and yeah, we'll have a look and see the magic in action. So it covers off. There's quite a few screws. They're all the same though to take out to remove it. It just lifts off. It's got a few belts. It's got a toothed belt there and a toothed belt under there, we can quite see it there. So that's for the carousel, that's for the CD loading mechanism for the drive that's here. And then you've got a standard belt, and that's just for the front door. That belt's actually fine, although it might get changed in the fullness of time just for my peace of mind. Tiny bit of a cobweb there, but otherwise it's very, very clean and tidy. So let's just turn it on. You can see the doors open there, and I'll clean all that dust off the top of it. So, not dusted any of the inside, and I had it open, to be honest. I was sort of going to open it before I put it into service, and then of course that never happened. So, yeah, so see the CD mechanism there. It's pretty bog standard Sony. Pickup there. And yeah, I mean, it's just really cool. So let's just press play. And then let's change the disc. It is so cool. We've got CD text on that one. But yeah, I just absolutely love it. It's got the sensor there for detecting the presence of a disc in each slot. And all the logic and audio circuitry there, power supply at the bottom. But yeah, it does actually look as if it's been cooking, but it hasn't. It's actually all pretty tidy, very tidy. So yeah, I mean, sockets on the back, you've got RCA out, and you've got optical, which you see the back of it there, just in the corner there, and that's it. There's no headphone socket, which I don't think is particularly a problem, because you'd want to use this with an amplifier anyway. But yeah, it's just an amazing piece of kit. And that's some heavy duty mechanism there, which is really encouraging, to be honest. I wondered how well these were made, and they seem to be very well made. So yeah, so I'll give it a bit of a clean. Back of the display board there, logic, and yeah, we'll take it from there. So I've just dusted it out, taken that bit of cobweb out. I did check the belt, the only belt really that would need to be replaced, and it doesn't look as if it's long been changed, so I'm happy to leave that. It's working well. Just giving it another polish on the front because I hadn't done a very good job before, and yeah, it's working really well. I'm very pleased with it. So I'm going to leave this one here. There's something a bit different. I just wanted to share it and just sort of document the fact that I had one of these, even though I didn't actually use it for very long. But yeah, and it's nice with the remote as well. So many didn't seem to come with remotes. I'm sure they just get lost or put in a cupboard somewhere. So that's nice. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe is always very much appreciated, and lots more to come. And what I'll do is I'll close off by showing some shots of various parts of this machine working, because I just love it. It's such a great piece of engineering. And yeah, so I shall see you in another video, hopefully. Bye for now. I just spotted the memory backup cap, so that's how it's keeping all of that data. No battery, which is good.